Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm sure all you guys can relate to this is that when you buy a second-hand car, a lot of times it only comes with one key because it's changed hands so many times that by the time it gets to you, only one key is left. And it may not even be an OEM key. So if you lose that key or if you lock it in your vehicle, you're kind of hooped. But at least if you lock it in your vehicle, you can still break into the car and get your key back. But if you lose it altogether, you're going to need to go to a dealership and get a new key cut using your VIN number. And that is assuming that all your key lock cylinders are still the original key lock cylinders that came with the vehicle. So I like to always cut a spare key for my vehicle. I do have a spare key cut for my vehicle. I got it cut at a hardware store, but it doesn't work properly. You have to jiggle a little to engage the key lock cylinder. But today I'm going to try and cut another key. So I'm going to show you guys how to cut a key at home. So let's get to work. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need your blank key obviously, and you're going to need your original key or whatever key you have that's already cut for your vehicle. I happen to have one original key. As you can notice, the newer keys are actually a little bit longer than the stock original keys, which is fine. The grooves and everything still cut perfectly fine. This is an OEM key for the vehicle. It is a SH3 key. Here is the part number. It is from Honda. So what you're going to have to start with is you're going to need some tape. I'm using packing tape here. And you're going to trace your original key out. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do this. And of course, you're going to need a Sharpie, right? This is a fine tip Sharpie, so that's going to work perfectly fine. All right, so here's the tape that I have. What you're going to do is you're going to stick it right on top of this key. Doesn't matter how you stick it on, just stick it on flat. As you can see, it's all stuck on flat. One of the first thing you're going to do is you're going to mark this corner here. So with a Sharpie, you just draw the line. All right, so the line is drawn right there. It's not perfectly visible. Next, on the back side, you're going to trace out your key. With that, it's traced out. You can't see it right now, but when you rip it, you can see the outline. Now what you're going to do is going to stick it right on top of this key. So remember that little line? That lines up with this little line here. And just like that, the key is outlined on here, as you can see. Now we're going to get some I guess a razor blade or something and trim off this edge, because now you can see where you're going to grind. And we're going to use a Dremel tool and an angle grinder just to grind all this down so that it is lined up perfectly. Alright guys, so as I was grinding and shaping it to the key, it started melting the tape that was on here that was basically my template. So it started warping it and it's all gone now. I ripped it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple more templates so that I could tape it on here, grind it down, and it's only a couple edges. So as I'm grinding it down, I'll wait for it to cool. If you do it slowly, it would actually retain the tape on here. But optimally, it'd be best to be able to scribe it onto the key. However, I don't have anything to scribe it on there, so we're gonna basically just use the tape.
Yes, adore you all of the time. I like to. I like to. I like to love you every day. I like to love you, love you. I like to love you, if I may, if I may. I like to love you, love you. I like to love you, love you. I like to love you night and day, if I may. I like to.
All right, here's the key that we cut. Moment of truth. Oh, yep, that works. Flip it around. Yep. Try it on this door. Yep. Works. Try it on this door. Yeah. And that works as well. Oh, I locked it. And it operates nice and smooth too. So this is a self-cut key. Let's check the ignition. Oh, that. Okay, well, that still works. Yep. That works smooth. Works just as good as the OEM one I have. It actually works better than the Rona cut one too, or the hardware store cut one. As you can see, it looks pretty much identical. So that's how you cut a key. That's, of course, you're going to get all this copper bits or the key stuff all over this area. I'm going to have to sweep up after. Alright guys, so I finished cutting the key. This thing works even better than the hardware store cut one. And I did pay quite a bit for the hardware store to cut that key. And it doesn't work as smooth because it still doesn't work on all the key lock cylinders. Like I said, I have to jiggle it. But my own self-cut key works perfect. It goes smooth on all the key cylinders. And you know, I have no issues with it. Now cutting my key myself saves me some money and I don't have to go to the dealer as well. So I think that's a win. Anyways guys, I hope this helps you guys out. If you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos. As always guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you.